in a galaxy far, far away on a planet forged from iron and rust. A young miner named Kyle toiled under the cold, metallic sky. His world, Xylos, was a place of relentless labor, where dreams were as scarce as water. The air was thin, the ground was hard. The only warmth came from the roaring furnaces of the refinery. For the people of Xylos, hope was just a word in ancient stories. Stories of a time when their world wasn't a frozen metal husk. One cycle, as the dim sun cast long skeletal shadows across the mining pits, Kyle saw something impossible. A flicker of white, a delicate shimmer against the crimson dust. He reached out a gloved hand and caught it. It was a snowflake, glowing with a soft, inner light that could change its shape and size. But how? Snow couldn't exist here. There was no water, no atmosphere to speak of. It defied every law of their barren world. He kept it secret, a tiny, impossible treasure hidden in his quarters. But then, another appeared. And another. They weren't just falling. They were gathering, drawn to each other by an unseen force. Night after night, Kale watched as the glowing flakes multiplied, dancing in the recycled air of his small room. Slowly, a pattern began to emerge. The snowflakes weren't random. They were forming a map. The lines and curves they created on his floor mirrored the forgotten star charts his grandfather used to show him, charts that spoke of legends and myths. The map pointed to the deepest, most unstable sector of the mines, a place forbidden for generations, known only as the core's maw. The old stories whispered of something lost there, something powerful. The elders called it a fool's errand. The colony's leaders warned of cave-ins and certain death. But Kyle couldn't ignore the glowing map. It pulsed with a gentle warmth that seemed to call to him, a promise against the endless cold. He shared his discovery with his closest friend, Ellie, a brilliant but skeptical engineer. She ran every test, every analysis. The flakes were made of a crystalline energy she'd never seen before. They radiated warmth, a tiny, persistent heat that was scientifically impossible. The map, she concluded, was real. It was leading them somewhere. Together, they decided to defy the warnings. They gathered what little gear they had, a rickety power drill, a few extra energy packs, and a worn-out copy of the ancient star charts. The journey into the core's maw was treacherous. The tunnels groaned under the planet's immense pressure. Metallic shards rained down from the ceilings, and strange magnetic fields played havoc with their compass. But the glowing snowflakes in Kale's pouch acted as their guide, shining brighter the deeper they went. Their warmth a comforting shield against the creeping chill of the planet's heart. They navigated through collapsed chambers and across bottomless chasms, driven by a faith that was growing with every step. The myth they were chasing was that of the solstice heart, a Christmas artifact from old Earth said to have been brought by the first settlers. Legend claimed it could bring warmth and life to any world, a perpetual spring in a bottle. Most believed it was just a fairy tale to give children hope. Finally, after days of travel, they reached a massive, sealed cavern. The snowflakes swirled frantically, pointing to a specific spot on the cavern wall. Using their drill, they broke through layers of compressed rock and metal. A wave of warm air, smelling of pine and something sweet, washed over them. Inside was not a machine, not a piece of technology, but a chamber filled with a breathtaking sight. At its center, floating in a gentle cascade of light, was a perfect, crystalline tree. Hanging from its branches were ornaments that looked like captured stars. At its base was the solstice heart, a glowing orb that pulsed with the warmth of 1,000 suns. The snowflakes Kyle had collected flew from his pouch and joined the tree, becoming part of its eternal, gentle snowfall. They had found it. They had found the impossible. It wasn't just a myth. It was real. And it was about to bring the first true Christmas, the first true warmth to the Iron Planet. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more tailies from across the galaxy. System offline. Story complete.